Hey folks, we're in Tippecanoe battlefield. This is the site of the Battle of Tippecanoe in 1811.
We are at the actual site of the Battle of Tippecanoe. It was on these lands here in which General Harrison and his men had camped on the night that Prophet led the Native Americans on their attack.
Although the Tippecanoe battlefield has lots of interesting history, that is not our purpose today. We are going to hike the Wabash Heritage Trail.
To put it simple, folks, there is just way too much history for us to try to fit it into this video. I would need to do a whole separate video for the history of this area. So we are going to do our best of checking out the history here while hiking at least a section of the Wabash Heritage Trail. The Wabash Heritage Trail is located in Tippecanoe County, Indiana, is approximately 14 miles long, and connects the Tippecanoe battlefield at the north end to Fort Ouiatenon at the south end. We would only be doing about 10 miles of it, from Tippecanoe battlefield to Tapawingo Park in West Lafayette, as I've read reports on the final 3.5 miles of trail that includes bridges being washed out that could result in waist-deep stream crossings.
Side quest, let's check out Prophet's Rock.
Just before attacking General Harrison's cavalry in the Battle of Tippecanoe, Shawnee leader Prophet stood atop this rock formation known today as Prophet's Rock and performed a spiritual chant, casting a protective spell over his warriors. These rocks we're about to see was the launch of that fateful attack. We're actually standing on top of Prophet's Rock right now. Yeah, there's a reason they call this the Wabash Heritage Trail, because there is so much history here. Alright, we are back on the main Heritage Trail. So I kind of divide up today's hike into 3 sections. The first section currently follows along Burnett's Creek, which is a tributary to the Wabash River. And the Wabash River will be the second section of today's hike. And then we will enter the urban area that actually follows along the Wabash still, but in town.
There's lots of wetlands along this trail. That's got some good biodiversity.
Now passing under Interstate 65.
If you're wondering what this rock is here, it's quarry limestone, which contains fossils.
See all those fossils?
Look, Dad, it's a fossil farm tire.
Whoa, man. How many centuries has that thing been there?
Maybe a few.
Holy crap. Catfish and I just got about taken out just as we're walking along this trail here, this thing started snapping and cracking and fell right where we were standing as we were walking. We had to run to not get hit by this little thing. It might not have killed us, but it sure wouldn't have been comfortable. That was some crazy timing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And it's like a moment in that, what is it, Final Destination movie? Like, that was our moment right there. All right, the Davis Ferry Bridge.
In the 1820s, one of the first white settlers in Tippecanoe County, John Davis, ran a ferry at this location, charging 6 cents per person and 12.5 cents for each cow or horse.
All right, moving on to the Wabash Corridor section. That's a pretty good sized tree, isn't it, Catfish?
It is.
This looks like a nice spot for lunch, huh, Catfish?
It sure does.
Oh, you can really smell this trail, can't you, Catfish?
Sure can.
This section of trail has been very busy. I don't know if it's just people getting out and enjoying the weather, or if it's just the fact that everybody has got cabin fever from this whole lockdown coronavirus stay-at-home order. Check out this tree, Catfish.
That looks weird.
Yeah. One of my favorite trail finds. Some very, very old and unfortunately graffitied vehicles. Look at that baby. Want to hop in and go for a ride, Catfish?
Ha ha ha.
That tree's literally growing on top of that one. There used to be one here on the side. In fact, I am actually standing on it now that I look. I can see. Yeah, there's the one. Yeah, there's one I was practically standing on. It's just barely hanging on. A few more floods and that thing won't be here anymore. Yeah, I don't know what the backstory is to those obviously very old vehicles that are half buried, but they were left there long ago and are just slowly being taken over by nature. We have reached the Sagamore Parkway Bridge. This is the bridge that goes over the Wabash that connects Lafayette to West Lafayette on the east side. We are now into what I consider to be the urban section of the trail. We have entered the Lafayette City limits, and the trail through here is actually paved and improved, and you will be seeing a lot more of the urban environment. So this off to my left here used to be the Lafayette City Golf Course, but they got tired of having to constantly repair it, because every time the Wabash River would flood, which can be a couple times a year, they would have to shut down the course, let it dry out, repair it, and it just got to the point where it was too expensive and not worth it. So they've kind of let it go back to nature. So connected to the old golf course is also McAllister Park, as well as Leibolt sports fields. I know there's a really nice disc golf course here. Yeah, plant them dandelions, Catfish.
Yeah.
So, cool thing right there is the Lafayette Cloud Jockeys area. That is a club for people who do model airplanes. So there is literally a small runway and everything over there. Alright, we have made it to the Union Street Bridge. It's got a really cool mural underneath it. I really like this mural. It's just so sad we have so many North American knuckleheads that feel the need to put graffiti over it. Well, I don't know if this is from a homeless person or if it's just from a prankster, but pretty sure this has no place down here on this trail. We're quickly approaching downtown Lafayette. Oh, we made it to the Lafayette Depot. Ah! Alright, Catfish. We made it onto the pedestrian bridge here, connecting Lafayette and West Lafayette. And what the heck is that thing, Catfish?
The Millennium Sundial.
Oh, cool. Alright, so right below us there is Tippecanoe Park, and that is going to be the end of our Wabash Heritage journey today. We did, I don't know, I'm guessing 7 miles, maybe more. I'm not positive. But it's about 2/3 to 3/4 of the full trail if you were to take it all the way to Fort Ouiatenon. And I'm not sure what the trail conditions are right now for that. But good little hike today, huh, Catfish?
Yeah.
You got anything to say about it?
It was cool seeing the Carlsbad, and it's cool how it's pretty much just beside the Wabash River.
Yep. I definitely preferred the more historic end over in the Tippecanoe battlefield area, and then those old classic cars buried in the mud there. It was really cool. And it's just good to get out in nature, huh, Catfish?
Sure is.
Yep. Well, until next time,
Peace out.
out.